having a lot of followers and relatives around you. All of them are selfish. So where are the unselfish people? Suppose some good friend or relative was there. When he is poor, he should have come in search of him. Arey, you are very rich, now you have nothing in your hand. Let me give you a little I have, not that I can relieve you of all your troubles, but at least this much you must give them. But that is not what people are doing. So such selfish people, even if you have as friends, of what use are they? So understanding it very clearly, sayada vitathodyogo nirvinnasya dhanehaya, I sense it. I find that he has become mature and more refined. Then do you know what I do? Mat paraihi kridamaitrasya karishye tadanugraham. No friend is there, no relative is there, so he is a fresh man, a raw man. So I put him in touch with my devotees, my devotees. The friendship will be devotional in nature. So that devotional friendship will come to him. Because whenever they meet, they will speak about me. And this man will get an ample chance to listen to all this. Maybe they will speak Srimad Bhagavatam, the story of Sudama also. So there will be ample devotional involvement. Mat paraihi kritamaitrasya. And they are out to help him. They will help him. They are themselves devotees. So help coming from devotees will make him all the more devotional in his heart and mind. In this way, karishye madanugraham. So I give him a circle of spiritual and devotional friends. And through them I bless him. My dear souls, you should remember these verses. You should keep them in mind and tell people also. Let not wealth be your objective in human life. Not at all. Not at all. Our only objective is supreme, unadulterated devotion to the Lord. That devotion is the greatest wealth and treasure that you can think of. Yasyaham anugrinhami harishye tad dhanam shanaihi tado adhanam tyajantyasya swajana dukha dukhidam sayada vitathodyogo nirvinnasya dhanehaya matparaihi kritamaitrasya karishye madanugraham. Idi tachintayanandaha prapto nijagrihandikam suryanalendhu sangashair vimanaihi sarvato vridam. Now, Sudama's imagination, reminiscences, the reflection he had while returning from Dwaraka, all that Vedavyasa has completed now. Now he is showing you an entirely different picture. Idi tat chintayanantaha. Thinking in this manner. In what manner? My Lord Krishna never gave me anything. If at all I gave him something, I gave him a small bundle of flattened rice. That he heartily took. Nothing I got in return. The only reason will be that in the company of riches, my mind will be unstable. I will forget about the need for devotion. Consoling in himself in this manner and thinking and getting reconfirmed in his devotion. He doesn't have a disappointment. He only remembers whatever has taken place. And maybe Krishna has not blessed me with prosperity because my mind will be spoiled by prosperity. Thinking in this manner, he moved, he was walking on. Idi tachintayanandaha prapto nijagrihandikam. By the time he is about to reach his house, Suryanalendhu sankashaihi vimanaihi sarvado vridam. What? Is this not my place? Have I missed my route? What is this? High-rise buildings? There are different types of architectural elevational mounts. They are all sparkling like sun, fire and moon. So many different vimanas at different heights, in different places. A cluster of buildings. I am not able to see either the end on the east or on the west. on the south or on the north? What is all this? Where from has it sprung up? Have I missed my route? Is this not the place I left? He could not understand. Suryanalendhu sankashaihi vimanaihi sarvato vridam, all around. It is not that the front alone is decorated and has mounts, towers, etc. It is everywhere, all around. In short, it was a small Dwaraka that he found. It was looking like a small Dwaraka. Dwaraka may be a huge city. Mine is a short residential settlement. Vichitropavanoddyanaihi kujad dvijakulākulaihi protphulla kumudam bhoja kalarotpalavaribihi. These are all beautiful Sanskrit words, beautiful phrases. To translate them in English will not be easy. Even if I translate or give an English rendering, it may not be able to give you that poetic, ecstatic feelings and emotions in you. Vichitropavanoddyanaihi. It was not just a building. It had Udyana and Upavana. Udyana means generally a garden. Upavana will be a kind of a subsidiary forest-like grove. So he was going back to his place, but what he found was Upavana, Udyana, Kujadvija Kulākulaihi. A variety of birds were cooing and also warbling there. Protphulla kumudam bhoja kallarotpalavaribihi. Fully blossomed. White water lilies, then red lotuses. White lotuses also. There are blue. So red, white and blue flowers, all of them water flowers. And a number of lakes and water collections where these are swinging and dancing beautifully. This is what he was finding. Protphulla kumudam bhoja kallarotpalavaribihi jushtam swalankridaihi pumbhihi stribhisya harinakshibihi. Jushtam swalankridaihi pumbhihi. A number of men were moving about, beautifully dressed, with uniform, etc., with very colorful turbans on their head. Swalankridaihi pumbhihi. Similarly, stribhisya harinakshibihi. Very beautiful damsels, well dressed, with anklets and the like. They were walking about, moving about. Kimidam kasyavastanam katham tadidamitya bhūd. So he started wondering, Kimidam, what is all this? Can I believe my eyes? Can I believe my heart? Suddenly has sprung up all this. Kimidam, where from? How? Who? What is this? Kasyavastanam. Is it really a place meant for me? Is it my place or somebody else? Is it that my friend Krishna himself is going to come and stay here? Or is it meant for me? Kasyavastanam katham tadidamitya bhūd. I went to Dwaraka day before yesterday. I spent one night there and I am returning. Hardly 72 hours have passed. Within the 72 or 42 hours, can this kind of a handicraft be there? What is this? How can I believe? Can I believe my eyes? Jushtam swalankridaih pumbhihi stribhischa harinakshibihi kimidam kasyavastanam katham tadidamitya bhūd. See, my imagination is flying very wonderfully here. Why did Sudama go to Dwaraka? He did not himself want to go. Sushila persuaded him to go. He only thought that this gives me an opportunity to see the Dwaraka Lord, my old friend. So that is why he consented. He had never expected to inform him anything, nor get hold of anything from him. Sushila was the motivator. And the touch of poverty, the feeling of poverty, Sushila had, still has. This is the situation. So Krishna perhaps wanted to first bless Sushila and give her what she wanted. Kuchela or Sudama coming to know of it can be a later affair. So he never spoke anything. And first of all these things have already sprung up. And Sushila already knows that Lord Krishna has blessed her with enough of prosperity. So that part is over. Now, after having done all that, when Sudama goes there, with a sense of surprise, incredible feelings he has, he is coming to know of it. How beautifully is the blessing pronounced, the manner in which it is delivered. You think about it. Evam mimam samanam tam naranaryo amaraprabhaha pratyagrinnan mahabhagam gitavadyena bhuyasa. Sudama still had a little doubt. Have I come to my place? Can I go there? Is it right? Suppose I enter their place, it belongs to somebody else. What would be the situation? So he was debating and doubting in his mind. Evam mimam samanam tam. Inquiring, interrogating in his own mind in this manner. Nara, naryo, amaraprabha. Both men and women. Amaraprabha. Shining and sparkling like denizens of the heaven. Heavenly beings. Pratyagrinhan mahabhagam gitavadyena bhuyasa. They all received him, welcomed him. With what? Gitavadyena. By songs and also different types of instrumental music. Pratyagrinhan mahabhagam. They received the Mahabhaga, the most fortunate Mahatma. They recognized. So it was not a simple reception. A Mahatma should be given a magnificent reception. All the facilities were there, and the Viveka and wisdom also were there. So they all made ready, they were ready that maybe Krishna had sent a message, we don't know. Some telepathic message at least must have gone. So they all made it ready and received him. Gitavadyena bhuyasa padim agatamagarnya patnyuddharshadi sambrama Nishchakrama grihaturnam rubini Shri Rivalayad. Patimagatamarnya patnyuddharshadi sambrama Nishchakrama grihaturnam rubini Shri Rivalayad. Who is the main figure there in the whole new settlement? That wonderful settlement resembling Dwaraka. Sushila is the central figure there. And she understood, Padim Agatam Agarnya. The news was broken to her that your husband is returning, has returned. He is near the doorsteps now. He has come very near the palace. Patnyuddharshadi Sambrama. She was already very perplexed and agitated, both by delight and surprise and suspense also. There was a lot of wonder. How could all this happen? She had expected that some wealth or some treasure would be given to her, send her through Sudama. Now Sudama is coming empty-handed, and she has got much more of wealth and treasure than she could imagine. So she is still under the spell of wonder. Nishchakrama grihaturnam. Coming to know that the husband is returning, she exited from the whole complex. Rupini Shri Rivalayad. Just like Mahalakshmi from her abode will exit, Sushila now exits from her abode to receive the husband. Pativrata patim drishtva premotkandha sulojana milita kshanamad buddhya manasa parishasvaje. You know, see the culture of our people. After all, this is a writing rendered by an Indian. And he is describing the Indian methods, the Indian styles and the Indian ways. You should understand it. Pativrata patim drishtva. She is a very chaste woman. After having seen the Pati, her Swami, her Lord, drishtva, premotkandha sulojana. On the one hand, she has extreme fondness. The fondness, it did not emanate now. It was long time. Prema, utkandha sulojana. Filled with a lot of anxiety on the one hand. Ashrulojana. And the tears of joy, tears of affection, tears of gratitude, all of them were flowing from the eyes. Milita kshanamad. She closed her eyes and prostrated before the Lord. I don't know what you will do. You will suddenly go and hug him. What is this that you will do? See the manner in which it is reported. Militakshanamad buddhya manasa parishasvaje. With the buddhi, oh, I sent you, I prevailed upon you. I did not have so much in my mind. I know you did not want to go, but I prevailed upon you. I am yet to hear from you what all happened in your friend's place, old classmate's place, Dwaraka. But whatever happened, this much I know. Our whole place has been changed. We are a different set of people now. Our life is going to be different, from poverty to super affluence, from penury to incredible abundance. It has come. What shall I do? With all these things, with the buddhya she prostrated, closing her eyes, and with the mind she embraced the husband. The embrace between a husband and a wife is not going to be an open affair. It is something very private, to be privately done. So she embraced him mentally and prostrated before him intelligentially. This is what she did. Pativrata patim drishtva premotkandha sulojana militakshanamad buddhya manasa parishasvaje patnim vikshya vispurantim devim vaimanigimiva dasinam nishkakandhinam madhye bhandim savismidaha. So far as Sudama was concerned, now Sushila's position is that what? She is accompanied by a number of people. Gita and Vadya were arranged for welcoming him. But this wonderful Sudama is going exactly like the old frame, the skeleton, with a leafy umbrella, minus that little bundle in the armpit. That's all. He is coming waving his hand. And Sushila is exquisitely beautiful. She is surrounded by a number of damsels. So many people are there to serve her. Everywhere is incredible prosperity, incredible felicity. Everything is there. Patnim vikshya vispurantim. It is not the old Sushila. She is now dazzling, sparkling, scintillating. Devim vaimanikimiva. Just like a heavenly being will get off an aircraft, in the same manner she is coming from that cluster. Dasinam nishkakandhinam madhye. She is now in the midst of a number of dasis, female assistants. Nishkakandhinam, all of whom have their neck full necklaces there. Bhandim savismidaha. Seeing her so shining and so surrounded, he became astounded, surprised. Priyadaha swayam taya yuktaha pravishto nijamandiram. Priyadaha swayam taya yuktaha. Oh, he had a sigh of relief. My visit has not been in vain. I was wondering what to tell my dear wife. You have sent me, I have gone there. I had all the hospitality that Krishna could extend. But I never asked him for what you wanted me to say. And he did not tell me also. He snatched whatever you have given me, but nothing happened. So I was wondering what to tell you. Now see what has happened. Priyadaha swayam, very satisfied in his own mind, taya yuktaha, along with her, pravishtaha, he entered nijamandiram. He entered that mandira, just like Dwaraka, which has been specially built and raised for him, all in a matter of 24 hours. Nijamandiram, manistambha shato bedam, mahendra bhavanam yatha. Mahendra bhavanam yatha. Just like the palace, the residence of Mahendra. Manistambha shato bedam. There are a number of pillars and columns. All of them are studded with a number of rare jewels and gems. Manistam bhasato bedam mahendra bhavanam yatha payafena nibhashaya danda rukma parichaha. The poet has his own beautiful words for everything. Have you ever seen? I don't think there has been any industrialist in this world so far who has been able to make a bed of this kind. What is that? Payah Penanibhashayyaha. Beds were as soft as the froth of milk. See, the beds were very soft. We are having so many pillows, etc. now, so many different materials. But nobody has been able to make something like this. Just like the froth of milk, it was so soft, so spongy, so to say. Payah Penanibhashayyaha. Danta Rukmaparichadaha. All of them are surrounded by. See, the cot is made of ivory, and the entire ivory is covered with golden handicraft. So much beautiful things. Paryanka, Hemadandani, Chamara Vyajanani ja. When he was seeing cots and beds, he found that very near that or over that, some Chamara Vyajanas are kept. All of them have golden handles. Can you imagine? Do you want anything more? If you suffer from poverty, please read this. The entire sense of poverty from the mind will be eliminated. Go on reading it. By the time you complete 108 times, you will find your poverty also will have been alleviated. After all, the entire world is made by Sankalpa and imagination. God has made the Panchabhutas only by His Sankalpa. So when your mind starts revolving thoughts of this kind, you will find they have a power to influence the environments, and things will start materializing without any doubt. Your mind will be totally free of the clutches of poverty. Payah Penanibhashayya Danta Rukmaparichadaha Paryanka Hemadandani Chamara Vyajanani ja Asanani ja Haimani Mrudubhastaranani ja Muktadama Vilambini Vidhanani Dyumanti ja Asanani ja Haimani Mrudubhastaranani ja Muktadama Vilambini Vidhanani Dyumanti ja. Everywhere it is looking very brilliant, shining, absolutely shining. Asanani cha haimani. There are a number of seats, asanas. All of them are gold made. Mridubhastaranani cha. There are seats and sofas, all made of gold. Muktadama vilambini vidhanani. A number of vidhanas are there, decorations. All these decorations are made out of strings, garlands, made of gems as well as gold. They hang all around. Swachhaspadiga gudyeshu mahamaragatesu ja ratnadeepa bhrajamana lalana ratna samyudaha. Swachhaspadiga gudyeshu. All the walls are extremely clear and transparent, and they are made of such crystals. They are all studded with emeralds in a profuse manner, in a beautiful manner. It will reinforce the beauty, charm and sense of appeal. Ratnadeepa, all the lamps are made of jewels. Bhrajamana, they are sparkling, scintillating. Ladana ratna samyutaha, equally so, there are a number of damsels to do different types of service in the house. Everybody is around Sushila. Whatever she wants to do, they will not allow her to do. They are ready to do one after the other. Everywhere it is brilliant, golden ornaments are there. All of them are wearing this. Swachhaspadiga gudyeshu mahamaragatesu ja ratnadeepa bhrajamana lalana ratna samyudaha vilokya brahmanastatra samruddhi sarvasampadam. Vilokya brahmanastatra samruddhi sarvasampadam tarkayamasa nirvyagraha swasamurdhim ahaitugim. See, seeing all these things, what is the wonderful Sudama thinking? I think all of you should imbibe this kind of an introspection from him. Whenever you have riches, don't gloat over it. Don't forget yourself. How did I have all this? Where from did I have it? Will I have the sense to manage it? What should be my inner strength? What should be the extent of concern I have? To have wealth is perhaps easy. To manage it usefully, you require a lot of attention and so many inputs from different quarters.